Lone Wolf Customs once again. Looks a little different. Actually had a day or two of good weather, so I was actually able to do something. It's so amazing when you actually can do something because the weather is actually good enough for you to do it. All right, what have I done? Where to begin? I still haven't put a top on it, but I put a come along around the top, ratchet strapped them to get closer to where they're, you know, the right distance, and triangled them by measurement. And then I took this angle iron bed frame and put in there. Technically, I don't need the angle part of it. If it was just flat strap, that would have been fine, but I ended up finding this would work, so there it is. I trimmed up the one piece of frame, notched it around, welded it all in and all that shit. You can't really see. I'll see if I can show you a little bit. All right, you can see a little of it right there. Those pieces of the frame that got bobbed off, they're welded in. Can't really see them because of this thing, you know, the beam that I've been mocking is in the way. But it's all welded in. And then it's rained past a day or so. That is not going to be the pin. That's just a chisel stuck in a hole. But mud flaps, I didn't buy none. I just made them. I don't even know if they're going to work for what I need, but they're kind of there. And I've done the hanger off of that, which is just using a piece of that bed frame. This is also going to be built into a fender. It goes across the wheel and all that stuff, so that's going to get a lot stronger by the time it's all over with. Of course, I've done the other side too. The flaps literally is a piece of that mat that, if you remember in the parts Mazda that came with it, I found a good section of it because that one spot was just really brittle. I guess it just got baked in the sun too much or something, got real brittle. But the rest of it was actually all right after I got it out and played with it, so it's still rubbery. So made it, which later on, if I have to, I can always, you know, change that, put an actual mud flap, maybe one that says Lone Wolf Customs on it or something, you know, that'd be kind of cool. You know, upgrades can be done. It ain't like this is a set in stone aspect. That's welded all the way in. Might end up doing some more gusseting and shit for it, which enforces the whole ass thing. Since the car is going to be hooked off of that, it wouldn't hurt. Damn it, my nose is running. Can't remember if I put that on there last time or not. I welded a piece of angle, thick angle as the overload, which is, you know, and that's the Ford one back there. And then I welded that to it. And then the fender's going to go over. Might have found me a fuel tank, 30 gallon, off of a refrigerator trailer, you know, for a semi truck, which I think will work just fine. It actually, I'm pretty sure will fit right in that area. It comes with the hangers and everything. If I do get it, it's going to cost me like 70 some bucks, but it's aluminum tank and it should work good. I guess I just got those mocked in right now. They're not actually attached. I'm trying to figure out where exactly the hole needs to go. And roughly this one or the other one, I guess roughly is going to go right in this area, which it's got to get cut down. And then right past that, it's going to bend. You know, it'll be bent end to do the little triangle-y part back here. Still ain't got the centerpiece to go up through the middle. And I've still got to get the top piece. Something else I did, which isn't the wrecker, but it is part of the wrecker, is I took and built this little unit so I can put that end in a square receiver, and then this would go, of course, through the boom pole, and then this pin would go through it, and there you go. And then I'll be able to use this to go get the engine and go get the cab and get them down here. So now it's a situation of I just got to find a buddy to come out. It's got a four-wheel drive. I also greased this thing up. Works a little smoother. Didn't really have much issue before, but it works a little smoother. Or at least shifting from, you know, the gear ratioing works a little easier. But hell, I welded her. Any place that the metal was close enough, I weld it. I even weld it on the inside. And that'll probably get boxed in before it's all over with. But yeah, lots and lots of improvements. Lots of steps forward. I get the engine down here and get it sitting where it's supposed to be. Then I can measure for the drive shaft. And all that other wonderfulness. And it's just slowly picking away at shit. But when you got the rods and you got the material, it's just a matter of cutting, grinding, and shaping it into what you're wanting. So, works. A little more figuring, a little bit more time, and next thing you know, this thing actually might move under its own power. I'm trying my darndest not to make this into a 40 freaking video thing like the Honda turned into, but you know, it takes however much time it takes, unfortunately.